but yeah, I might just say some stuff like when I'm playing. So you don't need to like carry too much.
Yeah.
Okay, are we live? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so hi. This is gonna be the BaBa is You crew ending run. I am Lev, and commentating with me is Leia.
Hi.
Okay, so before the run starts, I'm just gonna explain the quote-unquote movement of the game. So, you see here, this is the first level. You can move up, down, left, and right. What? Okay, you can move up, down, left, and right with the arrow keys, but you can also do the same with...
16:9.
Is stuff happening on the overlay? Not sure. Hopefully it's fixed by the time I'm seeing this.
Fixed. Just stall for a sec.
Okay, it looks good.
All good.
Okay. So, as I was saying, you can move up, down, left, or right with the arrow keys, but you can also do the same with WSD. But if you combine both of them, you can move basically twice at the same time, which makes us able to go really fast. You can also do diagonals, which aren't used as much, by just holding two different directions, but they're cool. They're nice flex. Anyway, run's gonna be starting in a moment. Actual timer starts as soon as the first level loads in, but I'm just gonna count down to when I say no to this cutscene. Alright, so 3, 2, 1, run starts. First level goes by really fast. This first couple levels are just in the overworld. So there's not much to explain, mostly just introduction to the game. If you don't know what BaBa is You is, basically you just have a bunch of words, and there's a bunch of adjectives.
It's a puzzle game.
Yeah, it's a puzzle game, and you can like...
Nothing is safe.
Yeah.
That's the gimmick.
Yep. So this is Lake, the first world. It introduces the sync word, which means that if another object goes on top of an object that has sync, both of them will disappear. And that makes from some, like, nice puzzles. Here, I've pushed 2 pillars because one of them would disappear because they have sync. You should know. Speaking of, you can see that I'm retrying after I finish every level. This basically skips, unlocking the next level. But sometimes, if the next level is already unlocked, I don't need to retry. But because it would lose like half a second, it would do basically nothing. That leads to some nice routing, like going around that. You'll see in like a couple words when it goes kind of insane. I think almost the end of the first world. Soul's a nice strat. Going up here, go against the wall so you stay next to the flag. And what was the first world? You have to clear 8 to go on through the gate at the top. So the next one is, I believe, Island. And this has probably the most iconic level of the game. Rose is red, violet is blue, flag is green, BaBa is You. How poetic. Okay. So this level right here introduces floats. You want to explain what float does?
Float just makes it hard for things to interact with other things.
Yeah,
so
if something has float,
can go over water without it going away.
Yep.
But like you aren't floating, so you'll just vanish in it. You'll die.
Yep, exactly. Not a reach right there. Wait, that's not what to do. This level's getting purple. Like this level, because we're gonna go in here basically 3 times. There's 3 iterations of it.
They're all very hard.
Yeah. This game is really hard, by the way, casually. A lot of people get, like, stuck here. Because there's a lot of, like, absolutely hellish levels in Island. Yeah. Specifically, Tiny Island or something. Whatever it was called.
It's like...
Yeah. Some of the levels are actually
The
nightmares.
scale of difficulty from the lake to the island is just huge.
Yeah.
Even though compared to the rest of the game, it's not that hard, but like it's pretty consistently, disgustingly hard from now on.
Yep. I gotta screw that up. So this level introduces teleports, which basically move objects from one of the object to another. That made sense. And that makes it so, like, sometimes you have to route movement because stuff just keeps teleporting between the two objects repeatedly if you don't stop it, as you probably saw in the other level. And yeah, that makes it really hard to like catch some objects sometimes. You have to like plan your movement around that. This whole stuff has a lot of very specific movement. Nice. Yeah, this also introduces the not word. You want to explain what not is?
Yeah, that's just like, it's the opposite of whatever. It's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah.
But that level was also really hard for me casually.
Yeah, a lot of these levels I'm just flying through are super difficult casually. So you can do funny stuff with not, just like having not. You have to do that sometimes. I mentioned that this game is genius, because this game is genius. Alright, that was Forest one, pretty sure. There's 2 levels called Forest. Nice. Going into ruins right now. Oh, if you haven't noticed, this game goes by fast. Like, really fast. This world introduces a week.
Week is pretty funny.
Yeah. So what weak does, basically, if something is weak and it goes into anything else, it just dies. Which can make stuff really difficult sometimes because you have to be very precise movements so you don't hit anything. Your box is weak, you have to go into it to break it. Alright, this game also has the concept of like moving and waiting. You want to explain what moving objects do?
Moving, just like every time you move, it's kind of like on a timer. So every time you move, something else moves with you 1 space. Every time you move a space, but then you can also press space to like wait and just let the other things move forward.
Yep.
And there are some puzzles where you have to like die and then desperately hope that the other thing can move to the proper place to save.
Those puzzles are funny. Pretty sure one of them is gonna like show up later in the game. Okay. Also, this is Force 2. I think this world introduces the open and shut things. So basically, if something is shut and you push an object that's open to it, basically both of them disappear. Basically, opens out of their object. The solution is funny, by the way. I've not seen anyone do that casually. That's what's so beautiful about running this game, is that you see so many different ways of solving puzzles that just seem that you would never like come across when you just do it casually. Oh, this world also introduces pull, which is basically the opposite of push. So you'll away from an object.
There was pull in the fall one.
Yeah. Okay. Let's screw this level up. Oh, so this is what I talked about in routing. You saw how I was just like going from left to right in that world. That's basically to like avoid as many retries as I can, because each of them save like half a second. And even if I like go slowly in the world, it would still save time over having to retry. Well, this solution's funny. I don't know if this is intentional, but you can just like do that. It was really funny when I first found that out. But I spent a lot of time in that level casually. That's not. This is the other level. Well, speaking of, I don't think we've talked about extra worlds. You want to talk about that?
Not really.
Okay. So extra worlds are pretty much more difficult versions of normal worlds that you unlock. That works. Cool. Also swap, basically, if you move into it, it swaps positions with you. Pretty self-explanatory. Alright, we're going into Rocket Trip, which is, I'd say, the hardest overworld world. Just because it's so unintuitive. Because it introduces empty, which lets you control every empty space on the field. Have I mentioned
That's
that
when the game starts to like lose its
Yeah. Have I mentioned that this
emphasis
game
on starts.
the game really picks up in like difficulty and just complicatedness around this world. So I haven't mentioned that this game's absolutely genius because it is.
You said that
Yeah.
at least twice.
I'm gonna say as many times as it needs to be said because this game's absolutely genius. Alright, there we go. Oh, I went too fast! That's what can happen with moves. Sometimes you can outrun the stuff that's moving. You just screw yourself up. That's what we're talking about with empty. Make empty's flag. Funny solution.
Trio is a pretty funny level.
Yeah. Worse. And when you start, this is where you start like having to control empty, and that's stuff here just like doesn't make sense at all in casual playthrough. This works. Speed this up, whatever. There's a strat where you can just like keep having bubbles come out as soon as like when you go down there. You just stop having, skip having to go back up, which is funny and nice, but I missed it. I'm gonna cry.
Now there are more BaBas.
Yeah. Bottleneck is a level that I struggle a lot casually. I know a lot of people struggle with this level casually because it just doesn't make sense. So the pushing empty stuff. And that was Rocket Trip. That's what I was trying to say.
Now the fun really begins.
It begins after this world, which is, I think, the shortest world in the game, and you only need to complete like 4 levels in it.
Like, it's also the I'm just on a bit of a delay, so sorry if I'm responding to things a bit late.
That's okay. What? I forgot to make large shift there. This works. Yeah, this one goes by fast because again, you only need to finish 4 levels for this one. Even though there are pretty long levels.
And then the fun begins.
Yeah, it's where the game like really picks up. Because, and big spoiler alert, if you haven't gotten past the 8-flower gate, or I guess 6-flower gate, you should just like play through this casually. But this is basically where the game just tells you, hey, you know this overworld? Yeah. Also, I messed this up. The level world is funny because you can just make it so you can't see anything, which is great, absolutely amazing for speedruns. Very fun. Also, yeah. This is where the game just like tells you, hey, you know this overworld map that you've been playing on this whole time? Yeah, this is also a level. And when I get level's flag here, you'll see that it turns the level in the overworld to a flag. And I can make levels BaBa over here in this level. Now, and if I
Make levels
BaBa,
out of thin air.
yeah, and I just solved the overworld map. The game absolutely blows your mind. Did I mention that this game is absolutely genius? Right. This, question mark world introduces these letters which you can make actual words with if you spell them correctly. This level's hard. Have to fit here. Okay. What am I? Whoops. This level is really easy to mess up. There's so many ways you can mess this level up. It's insane. Okay.
I think me is the best character in the game.
That's debatable, but sure. It's so funny that a very valid thing you can make in this game is me's you. This game is absolutely insane.
That would be time number 4 you've mentioned.
Did I mention that this game is absolutely insane?
5.
2 times. Okay, here I'm gonna solve for levels BaBa by making levels Bush and BaBa. Yeah. I'm gonna go here and go into depths, which looks really complicated, and yeah, it is.
Very much.
The game really starts to just go off here. Just puzzles where you have to make levels into objects and push them around. Yeah, this game is insane. Level, don't do that. Skull's weak. Break this. And access outside here. Also, if I go into the flag there, I lose like 50 seconds because it just resets the level. You can do that in like a lot of levels, which is super scary. I think I did that in just a warm-up run just before this game, this run here.
That's forced you to do like 4D chess.
Yeah. 4D chess. I think 5D chess is more accurate. Probably like 60 chess. So that was a great level.
The number of Ds in this chess is debatable, but it's a lot.
At least like 7, I'd say. Yeah, and a lot of these puzzles here are just super specific. If you mess up something small, itself can just break. Now I'm gonna make BaBa's level. Look, that's not the correct. That's not how you spell BaBa's level. Okay. Another thing that's really hard in depths is just not losing your cursor, because if you go onto a level and you press right one more time, you just lose the cursor, and sometimes that can screw you over, like, a lot. This is a nice skip. You're supposed to go around twice more, but if you make scroll as text while going down with the left key, you just basically skip having to like do half the level, which saves a lot of time. It was found recently by like some SQC, I think that's what it was called. That was a fun level. Now to make ropes push these out here. If you can tell, there's a lot of just memorizing throughout.
Me is you.
Yeah. A lot of memorization in this game. Right, this is final level of depths, and Yeah, if you thought depths was hard, oh, you're in for a treat. Push. I messed it up. Okay. That was slight mix-up. Alright, welcome to meta. This world is just insanity. It's like depths times 2. Twice as long and twice as complicated.
So 12D chess.
Yeah, pretty much. The amount of dimensions in this chess is... The chess is reaching infinity, I'd say. This level is hard to do optimally because if you go away from the wall or from the text, you just die. That's really just spaghetti this level, like basically every level in the game. Also, welcome to Booby Trap. You like this level because we're going to go into this level 3 times in this route, which is great.
Good times all around.
Yeah. I should probably mention that there's a big-ish skip in meta that lets us skip a lot of levels. I'll get to it around where I do it, but yeah, just keep that in mind. We don't get through all the levels here. Canister, kind of a complicated level. Do a lot of stuff. This word, and then rocket is shift so I can free these words like that. And then remake this word here. Push these down. You should probably explain the word, like, word. The word, that's something. BaBa. So basically, if something is word...
That makes the properties of the icon apply if it is as if it was a word.
Yeah. So you can put belts, like next to his shift, to make belts shift.
L is you.
Second booby trap solved. Fun level. We're not here, and the level is flattened. Okay, now I can use this flag to open the door. We can get to the other side. So it's great. You usually have to use the rocks, but you can just use the rock word, which is faster, which is so great, so funny. Oh, this next level, I'm not even going to try to explain it. I don't think I fully understand it either. Welcome to BaBa. Oh. There you go. Get it. Also, as you can see, you can stack 2 words on top of each other to make the level be multiple things. That's going to be exploited in this solve of Booby Trap. This, I think, is a skip solve. I don't know if the skip is intended at this point. Because the developer of this game is just has so much brain power, but I don't think it's intended. At least I would hope for humanity's sake that the skip is not intended, or else this guy might be a threat. Alright, there it is. So you're not supposed to do this, but I made the level into the level word and the flag, which should probably not be talking now because it's like the hardest part of meta. Any small mix-up here can lose a ton of time. I just definitely cool. Professional. Now we start to press the other BaBa. Push down here. Retain cursor. Don't lose the cursor. Let's push. So I can take this level. Just keep cursor word from the left, make cursor is flag, so I can get a flag here, and open that bottom left door. That was unfortunate. I press cursor the flag right there, make flag is cursor, and go into 11. I think that skip, like, at least 5 levels. I don't know exactly how many levels that skips, but it's a lot. There's some not playing 6, or like 9, or like any other levels like that. Stangle. Just level twice. Time is coming up in like a minute, I think. Almost at the end of the run. That was the flag solve, now to win Stangle, to unlock the next level, which is the last actual level in the game. So you're supposed to like push, make rockets not defeat, but like use some other words for it or something. But if you use a rock word there, it skips it, the intended solution, and it saves just a bunch of time. That's all you can know. It saves time. It's fast. Hard to explain anything in this game.
Very serious business.
Yeah, time is coming up as soon as make all is done, and time.
It's done. It's just when instead of celebrating, you decide to kill everything.
Yep.
True ending is genocide.
The Undertale now. Why did that timer not stop? That's something. I think that was like 23. High, very high 23. Whatever. Okay. So, yeah, this game's insane. Thanks for watching. How far are we ahead of schedule? Because if we are, I can show like a minute-long level. Oh yeah, I should probably say that PB is world record, which is 22:51. That was like a minute 30 off of it, which is I'm very satisfied with that. That was a pretty good round, I'd say. And I think you can transition to the next run if you want to. But we're a bit behind.